good morning, students. Recently modified basic chemistry syllabus. Here the CBCS system, choice-based credit system. Okay, already we discussed syllabus in first video. Okay, then we will see the second video. Already said I will start the syllabus. Structure of anatomy. 4 chapters are present, 2 from organic, 2 from inorganic related to some physical approaches. Structure of anatomy, chemical bond, okay, basic concepts in organic chemistry, and stereochemical aspects in organic chemistry. 4 chapters. Structure of anatomy. Already we have this topic in first PUC. And first PUC next year. Okay, structure of anatomy. Before seeing the structure of anatomy, what is the meaning of anatomy? Okay, atom means indivisible particle or undestructible particle. Okay, undestructible. Okay, particles we simply called as atoms. Smallest particles in the world we consider as a atom. Atom is the one of the Latin word. Atomio means indivisible particle. Okay, atom word introduced by John Dalton. This atom word introduced by John Dalton. Okay, John Dalton. By the John Dalton atomic theory, okay, by the Rutherford atomic theory, so many atomic theories, atomic models are proposed. For explaining the structure of an atom. Structure of an atom means, okay, the arrangement of electrons, protons and neutrons in atom we call as structure of an atom. Okay, here so many scientists by using liquid drop method we saw about the structure of an atom. Okay, Thomson's atomic model. Okay, Rutherford atomic model. Bohr's theory, Bohr's atomic model. Before that, Dalton atomic theory is there. All these are explaining about the structure of an atom. Finally, Bohr's atomic model. Okay, it gives the complete information about an atom. Rutherford atomic theory explains about the nucleus. Okay, Thomson's atomic model explains about the mass of an atom, liquid existence of an atom. Dalton atomic theory explains about the atom. Finally, okay, for the modifications of Rutherford limitations, Rutherford disadvantages, Niels Bohr introduced one atomic model in his time that we called Bohr's atomic model. Yes, we will see in conclusion this Bohr's atomic model is the first topic in basic first year chemistry semester 1. First topic, Bohr's atomic model. Bohr's atomic model. For the satisfying of disadvantages of Rutherford, Bohr introduced one atomic model that we called Bohr's atomic model. The important points in Bohr's atomic model, so we see postulates. Postulates are important points, all are the same. Main point, postulates, important points, all are the same. Okay, here, first important point. This is the nucleus. Here, shell. This is the shell. Electron always revolves. Electron here always revolves around the nucleus with a definite velocity. With a definite velocity. This is the first point. Electron always revolves around the nucleus with the definite velocity. Particular velocity. Okay, this is the first important point in Bohr's atomic model. Second important atomic postulate of Bohr's atomic model. Electron always revolves around the nucleus. When it revolves around the nucleus, it never absorbs any energy. It never emits any energy. Neither absorb nor emit energy. During the revolving of electron around the nucleus. So, these shells or levels we call stationary energy levels. We called stationary energy levels or simple energy levels. Stationary orbits. Stationary orbits or shells. During the revolving of an electron around the nucleus, it never absorbs energy, it never loses energy. Never absorb energy, never lose energy. That's why these all energy levels are called stationary energy levels, simple levels, stationary orbits or stationary shells. Stationary shells. Here, around the nucleus, so many shells are there. So many shells are there. The shell indicated with the principal quantum number. The shell indicated with the principal quantum number, that means N. Okay, here, which is near to nucleus, that is the first shell, N is equal to 1, which is after the 1, okay, 2, here 3, here 4. Here, for first shell, principal quantum number is 1. For second shell, principal quantum number is 2. For third shell, principal quantum number is 3. For fourth shell, principal quantum number is 4. Okay, these shells give Bohr alphabet names to the shells given by Bohr. These we call Bohr alphabets. For n is equal to 1, we called K shell. N is equal to 2, we called L shell. Okay, here n is equal to 3, we called M shell. N is equal to 4, we called N shell. K, L, M, N. These four K elements we called as Bohr alphabets. K, L, M, N we called Bohr alphabets. Bohr alphabets. Okay, this is about the shells. Next, one more important point in Bohr's theory. During the revolving of electron around the nucleus, around the nucleus. Okay, it has definite energy. It has definite energy. That energy state we called as ground state. That energy state we called as ground state. If this electron absorbed energy from outside, if this electron absorbed energy from outside, okay, it moves into higher energy level. Higher energy level we call excited state. We call excited state. Here, in excited state, electron always unstable. In excited state, electron always unstable. Always it come back down. Always it come back by the emitting the energy. By the emitting the energy. That emitted energy, okay, that emitted energy, okay, will pass in spectra, will get the emission spectrum. Absorbed energy passes through spectra, will get the absorption spectra. Here, the energy of an electron at ground state E1, the energy of electron at excited state E2. Which is more? Excited state, energy of an electron at excited state is more. So, E2. The difference energy between these two levels, ground state and excited state, E2 minus E1. This E2 minus E1 always is equal to the absorbed energy. Absorbed energy. That absorbed energy is equal to sunlight, H nu. Here, this may be modified like this now. Nu is equal to E2 minus E1 by H. This may be written like this. What is the H? Here H is the Planck's constant. H is Planck's constant. The value of H is 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joules per mole per Kelvin. 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 27 eggs per mole per Kelvin. This rule is called, this principle is called mu is equal to E2 minus E1 by H. This principle is called as Bohr frequency principle. Bohr frequency principle. This is we called as Bohr frequency principle. Okay, this is the fourth important point in Bohr's atomic model. Then in continuation, we'll see the some more important points in Bohr's theory. Okay, by using principal quantum number, we also calculate the maximum electrons present in a shell. Okay, by using Bohr-Berry principle. Bohr-Berry principle. What is that? 2n square. N is equal to principal quantum number. If n is equal to 1, first shell, that shall be called K shell. Okay, here maximum electrons, we calculate the maximum electrons in shell. Maximum electrons present in that particular shell. K shell. N is equal to what here? 1. 2 into 1 square, 2. Maximum electrons in K shell, 2 electrons. Okay, N is equal to 2. N is equal to 3. N is equal to 4. L shell, M shell, N shell. 2 into 2 square, 2 into 2 square means 8 electrons. 2 into 3 square 18 electrons. 2 into 4 square 32 electrons. These are the maximum electrons present in a shell. These are the maximum electrons present in a shell. By using Bose-Berry principle, we calculate maximum electrons in present in a shell. This is also one of the important point is Bose theory. Some more postulates are there. Okay, the angular momentum of an electron we call MVR. Angular means R, momentum means MV. This we call angular momentum. The angular momentum of an electron always is equal to the mh by 2 pi. The angular momentum of an electron always is equal to the mh by 2 pi. Okay, what is m here? M is equal to mass of electron, v is equal to velocity of electron and okay, r is equal to radius. Okay, n is equal to principal quantum number, h is equal to Planck's constant, pi is equal to 3.116. Pi value is 3.16. Yes, now what is the sixth point? The angular momentum of an electron. The angular momentum of an electron always is equal to the nh by 2 pi. Okay, nh by 2 pi. These are the important points and some calculations are there. We'll see in continuation those calculations in this topic. By using principal quantum number, we'll calculate pore radius that indicated with Rm. Okay, here we have the one principle 0.529 into n square. This is for hydrogen atom, and Bohr's theory applicable for only hydrogen atom. Bohr's atomic atom for hydrogen atom only. For hydrogen atom only. Bohr proposed and theory for the hydrogen atom only. Hydrogen atom only. This is the principle. Okay, 0.529 into n square. This is the principle for the calculation of Bohr radius. That means distance between nucleus and orbit shell. Okay, here n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. And Bohr radius measured in angstroms, okay, meters, nanometers, centimeters, picometers. Okay, different we calculate like this. Next, we calculate Bohr energy also. Bohr energy also. How will calculate the Bohr energy? Okay, Bohr energy indicated with En. E means energy, N means Bohr. En. This is for hydrogen atom only. Other atoms I will give. En is equal to minus 13.6 by n square. This is the one more principle in electron volts. We will calculate the energy in electron volts by using this principle, minus 13.6 by n square. For hydrogen atom only. For hydrogen atom only. Next, for other atoms, okay, for other atoms, here I am writing for other atoms. And it explains about the hydrogen atom and one electron system only. Not explains about the multi-electron system. We'll see in continuation. For other atoms, Rn is equal to 0.529 into n square by z square. Here z is equal to atomic number of that particular atom. En is equal to minus 13.6 by z square, minus 13.6 by n square into z square. Here also z is equal to atomic number. These two are the important principles for the calculation of Bohr radius, other atom, single electron with different atoms. We'll see what are those single electron with different atoms. Hydrogen atom means one electron, applicable here. Different atom means He plus. It contains only one electron, atomic number is different. Lithium plus 2. Okay, lithium plus 2, 1 electron. Beryllium plus 3, boron plus 5. All these are having only 1 electron, but atomic numbers are different. Atomic number of helium here, Z is equal to here 2. Here Z is equal to 3, Z is equal to 4, Z is equal to 5. Here also same. These are also single electron systems, but atomic number is different. These are the important points in Bohr's atomic model. Bohr's atomic model. Then in continuation, we will see what are the limitations. Limitation means this is applicable for only one electron system. That is the one limitation. Okay, see disadvantages of Bohr's theory. Okay, it failed to explain multi-electron systems. That means it explains only one electron system, hydrogen, like He plus, Li plus 2. These are called all isoelectronic species. Li plus 2, beryllium plus 3, boron plus 4. One electron system only. Failed to explain multi-electron system. This is the one disadvantage. And this is failed to explain dual nature of an electron. Dual nature of an electron. Light has wave nature and particle nature. Light has wave nature and particle nature. It fails to explain this dual nature of an electron. And it also fails to explain three-dimensional structure of an atom. And it also fails to explain fine spectrum of an atom. It also fails to explain why an angular momentum of an electron always is equal to the nh by 2 pi. I said important points. Angular momentum of an electron mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi. Why? Okay, Bohr's theory fails to explain this angular momentum of an electron. Next, last point. It fails to explain Zeeman effect and Stark effect. What is the Zeeman effect? What is the Stark effect? The splitting of spectral lines under the magnetic field. The splitting of spectral lines under the magnetic field we call Zeeman effect. The splitting of spectral lines under the electric field we call Stark effect. It fails to explain Zeeman effect and Stark effect. These are the important disadvantages of Bohr's theory and important postulates of Bohr's theory. This is the first topic in structure of an atom, first semester syllabus. Okay, in continuation, we'll see some more videos. Okay, thank you. Should write complete notes and send me.